Hello and welcome along to a live match reaction following Leeds United's 3-0 defeat away at Tottenham Hotspur. We're live right now on YouTube and Facebook, so welcome to all those joining us right now. Happy New Year to you all, and make sure to get your comments and thoughts on the game in the comment section, and like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to do that as well. Joining me to digest this one is All Things Leeds website writer Johnny Chick. Johnny, hello mate.
Hello, mate. Happy New Year to you too as well. Bit dejected after that, but what can you do? What can you do?
Yeah. I mean, Happy New Year to you as well. It's a disappointing way to start a new year, really, with a 3-0 defeat to Tottenham Hotspur. What are your initial thoughts after that game?
I think initially, when obviously you go into the game, you know that they're the better team on paper. The front two of Son and Kane is just ridiculous, and those were the players that we needed to stop, and we didn't. I think the start of the game, I was actually really impressed with how we started. I thought we controlled the ball really well, got into dangerous areas, and it was really the only times in the game when we actually got in behind them. I thought Alioski and Harrison linked up really well on that left-hand side, but then I think that their quality just shone through really, especially in that second goal. The first and the third goal are two goals that could have been avoided, but I think the second goal just shows their quality and their ability to shut us out as well. I don't think we really had too many clear-cut chances where you could have gone, should have scored that.
Yeah.
And I think they're like one of the only, because even in the loss against Man United, we still had chances, like the chances where we could have scored. But I think Spurs are like one of the first teams that have really stopped us from creating too many chances, which is credit to them really.
Yeah. I thought Jose Mourinho had his team tactics spot on today. Really, they showed respect to Leeds United, which I think some teams lack really, and they probably should show a lot more respect. I think with them just sitting deep, which we expected really, and then they just capitalise on mistakes, which they usually do. And I thought Spurs were really well, and I think there's a clear gulf in class there. I think you can definitely see the difference in in how good our players are compared to them. And I think, it shows that if we want to make that next step, we do need to invest really.
Yeah, no, it's true. Like, I think his tactic to play, I don't know whether there's anything in this or me just like looking into it in a way, but like his tactic to play Ben Davies and Doherty instead of Aurier and Reguilon, they're two fullbacks who like to burst forward, Reguilon and Aurier, and I think his way that he just kept them very grounded defensively shows we do potentially need that quality to try and break those teams down. Like, we have quality when teams open up and we can get into spaces, but being able to grind teams down, we maybe need a little bit more quality in there.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't think Leeds were too bad today. We certainly had moments. We created a few chances. Alioski hit the side netting early on. Bamford probably should have done better with his free header 5 yards out. And Jack Harrison came close as well. We made a few chances, but nothing too clear cut. But I do feel as though Leeds did show a good account of ourselves. We kept on pushing them, and creating some stuff, and we did show a good account of ourselves, didn't we?
Yeah, definitely in the early stages of the first half, and after they got their third goal, it was all us really. In terms of trying to create an attack, in terms of creating the chances and the clear cut, like I said, it wasn't really there. But in terms of again, all the commentators and all the pundit teams seem to love us, so we must be doing something right, I guess. But no, we gave a good account of ourselves in the first bit of the first half. I think it's just the bit that annoys me is the fact it was our own downfall that created our own downfall. Yeah. Like, we sort of shot ourselves in the foot with the first and third goals. But no, like you say, it wasn't a 6-2 kind of performance against Man United, so it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it's just our own mistakes, really. But the passes were a bit sloppy. Luke Ayling, I thought, had a poor game, gave the ball away quite a lot. But the first goal in 29 minutes, of course, Harry Kane scoring his 10th goal of the season from the penalty spot, slotting the ball down the middle. But but the way we conceded the penalty was poor, really. We tried to play out from back. Mezier just gave the ball away, awful pass, and he puts Alioski in that position where he has to make the foul. And it's a silly challenge, really, on Bergwijn. We can debate whether it's inside the box or outside the box, but it was a silly challenge anyway from Alioski. Yeah. He gave the referee David Coote a decision to make, and he did make the decision. He pointed to the penalty spot. But it just wasn't in the box, though, was it? You look at that, it's clearly outside the box.
I know. I can't remember if that was... because I remember they spoke about two challenges in there. And I know, I think that one was outside the box, but then they said the foul they gave was inside the box with a clash of thighs. I don't know. When I first saw it, I thought because he really delayed pointing to the spot. Actually, he didn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't like an immediate one, so I thought we might have gotten away with it. Then he obviously pointed, but I had loads of hope that A, VAR would rule it out for not being a foul, which it was, and B, I thought they ruled it out for being outside the box. But then I don't know. The more I saw it in the game and on the coverage, I thought it's a penalty. But those screen grabs on social media do suggest it may have been outside the box. Have we, got away? I mean, yeah, that is clearly outside the box.
Yeah.
But I don't know if there's another bit of contact inside the box. I could be wrong, but yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest.
Yeah, I think some go for you and some go against you, with decisions like that. It's on the line, and I think it's just one that went against us, really. It's a silly challenge anyway from Alioski. And,
exactly. Yeah.
Can't make any complaints about that. And penalty to Tottenham, 1-0 on 29 minutes. And, the timing that the goal came and the manner of which we conceded, that was crucial, really. I think Spurs, got their goals perfect timing, but the way we conceded, just we were in the game, but then just to concede something like that, it's just so disappointing. Of course, the second goal came on 43 minutes, and I think you just need to take your hats off for this one, really. Harry Kane played a nice ball to Son, and it's a good first time finish, really. I don't think Mezia had a chance to stop it. I thought it was just, maybe poor marking, poor defense from Leeds. I mean, Son got in behind quite a few times in the game, but I think you just need to take hats off for this one, really.
Yeah, definitely. I remember, I can't act as if I'm a good defender or anything, but I saw the run of Son. I was like, yeah, there he is. He's gone. And he played him through, and he's well onside as well. That's the thing that shocked me. I thought, he might have just got in front of him, may just be a bit offside. But he's well onside as well. The marking and communication's not there, but Harry Kane, I think that's something that he has over a lot of other strikers. His ability to find a pass. We saw it in the opening couple of minutes. He just set Son free, set Bergwijn free so many times, and you think he's a quality striker. And that second goal just showed and epitomised how much quality they have. And you made a very, very good point of how the goals just came at the wrong time. Like, we were building up momentum, building up pressure. Then they got the penalty, which I think was against the run of play. Second goal was just before half time. When you're thinking going 1-0 at half time, it's any chance. We came out, they looked a bit shaken defensively. 5 minutes later, they score, and it kills the game off within five minutes of the second half. So they scored their goals at the right time. Not saying they didn't deserve to win, but it kills your whole momentum, that third goal for the second half. Because we've seen it with Spurs. They've lost Leeds to West Ham. I was thinking in like the 78th, 79th minute, I was thinking West Ham still had less time than this to score 3 goals. But it got to like 85, 87. I was like, no, it's not coming in now. They've bottled Leeds. They've conceded late on before, and I thought, is there a chance? But that third goal just killed it off massively.
Yeah, massively. It is perfect timing for Spurs. Because if you're going at halftime 1-0 up, you're thinking we can maybe fight back, but 2-0. I think it was a hard job to come back from 2-0 down anyway. But 3-0 made it even worse. And the set piece woes continue. Really, it was a Son corner. Toby Alderweireld heading home at the near post, and Mezia got hands to it, but it just not enough to stop it. And I thought, it was a really poor goal to concede because there were 2 men on Toby Alderweireld. Yeah. But then 3, Mezia got hands to it, but he just fell back. And Mezia's shaky from set pieces, and this was just a poor goal to concede, really. Yeah,
it was so frustrating. I mean, actually, it looks a lot. It's really close to being off the line. Like when they did the goal line technology, it's actually really, really close to not counting. But it's annoying. I think to blame Meslier, I think it was Glenn Hoddle in commentary was saying he's actually in real time. It's a lot harder for him. I don't think he covers his near post as well. And I think if he's a little step towards his near post, he might save it. But the marking, he doesn't have the chance to save it if we stop the cross and stop the header. And there's 2 men on him, and we've got to do better. Alderweireld was their biggest aerial threat, I'd probably say. And to not be able to deal with him it's frustrating. And I sort of thought we dealt with a lot of their set pieces quite well in the game. They had a couple of free kicks in the first half, which we stopped and didn't really cause any problems. So when I saw the corner get given, I didn't think, here's a chance they can score. But again, another set piece to concede. It's frustrating, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it really is. And I feel as though what could have just stopped this is just have a man on the front post, which most teams do, but we just didn't for some reason. And
didn't against Burnley. Sorry, didn't against Burnley. He put Rafinha and like Harrison on the 2 posts. Did he Did he? I can't remember if he put them on there or took them off, and it had a real impact when defending set pieces. I'm not sure if we approached it differently today. I'm not sure if we actually took men off the post or men on them. I can't remember. We changed it against Burnley one way or another that it helped. And we haven't conceded from a set piece in age, and then to ruin it, then it's annoying.
Yeah. It very much is. Really poor goal to concede from Leeds United, really. Yeah, should probably have a man on front post. You say that the ball just crossed the line, and I really laughed at that when they showed the goal line technology replay again, because like Mezia, the ball got pushed out again, and Harry Kane comes in and smashes it in, and that's well over the line. So it didn't really matter if the ball was just over the line from Toby Alderweireld, because the ball still went clearly over the line. So that kind of made me laugh when they looked at that, because it really didn't matter. But no, it was poor from Leeds United. I thought Mezia had a poor game, really, overall. He's at fault for the first one with giving the ball away, and then here probably should have kept it out, to be honest. But no, Bielsa brings on Pablo Hernandez, Jamie Shackleton, and Ian Poveda for Harrison, Rodrigo, and Alioski. 3 subs in about 3 minutes. Why not just make all 3 subs at the one time?
They were like buses. They all came at once.
Yeah, they were just coming. He's like in 3 minutes, just made 3 subs. Like just make them all at once. But I thought those 3 did all right when they came on. I was impressed with Poveda. I really like Poveda. I think he's a quality player, and Shackleton didn't do too bad, and Pablo Hernandez I think still has something to offer.
But yeah, Pablo changed it for me. He just got on the ball and did what the other players couldn't do, and just found the pass, found that killer through ball. We played through Rafinha quite a few times. I thought Poveda was very good in getting into the areas. I don't think he was as good in terms of keeping the ball and the deliveries of the crosses. But he's young. It's obvious he's got a lot of talent. And when he's come on, he's made so many impacts. We're just actually trying to beat a man. I like his enthusiasm to try and get to the byline and just get balls in, because we struggle with just trying to actually beat a man and get into the penalty area. So I like what he did. I think Shackleton was good. He always brings energy. You know what you're getting with Shaq. He's a Leeds lad, and he knows, even if he maybe doesn't have the quality of a lot of other players, he's going to work his socks off. Yeah. And that's what he did. But I think Pablo was the main man who changed it in terms of creating chances. And I think, like you say, he still does have a lot to offer this season. He's not out of it. Whether he can do 90 minutes every week, we don't know, but I still just want to see him involved. And when he came on, even though we're losing, it was great to see him on the pitch.
Yeah, it certainly was. A word on Rodrigo. Rodrigo's certainly a quality player. He had some good moments in this game, but I think he's slightly wasted in midfield, to be honest. Don't know about you.
Yeah, for me, he was one of the not weaker performances, because I thought he played all right in the first half, but he does get caught up in that midfield. I don't know if he's physically built to play in that role, because he got knocked. Did he get knocked off the ball for the second goal? He got shoved off the ball, and then it went out wide to Kane, and then they scored. I think in terms of creativity, I think he suits that role, but defensively in that sort of duty in that midfield to track back as well, I don't know if he does suit it as well. But I like the way that Bielsa's trying to fit him into the system, because I think he is a quality player, and with how Bamford's been playing, you can't take Bamford out of the side. So potentially Pablo for him maybe is a change that may have to be made earlier on in the game if it's not going our way. But I don't know. I don't think he played badly, because I don't really like to criticise him, because he's still joining a new league, a new country. But I do think he can definitely improve in that position.
Yeah, certainly. I think Rodrigo going forward is fantastic. He had a good opportunity to score in the game today, and he links up well with Rafinha, Bamford, and Harrison, and those front four are brilliant. I love watching them play. Rafinha as well again today, I thought was really good. But yeah, he needs to do a lot more. Tracking back and just not get out muscled on the ball, and he gave away a silly free kick as well early on, and Spurs almost scored from that. So. Yeah, I think Rodrigo can improve, but he's a number 9. He's played number 9 all his career. He's 29 years old, played number 9 all his career, and to be put into a midfield role must be hard for him. So I think he will improve, but I just think he's wasted, and maybe you can't take Bamford out of the team, really, can you? But
it's like Tyler Roberts. It's like Tyler Roberts. He doesn't fit in that system as well, and he's always been taken off for Pablo. But I think because Rodrigo is worth more and is obviously a lot better player than Roberts, he keeps him on, and it's frustrating maybe, because I don't know if we started the second half as a front two, but Rodrigo is definitely playing higher up, And I don't know whether a front two is something to potentially look at. I don't know, but I'm not Bielsa, so I can't tell you what the right solution is. I think he's a very, very good player. And him and Rafinha's link up especially is one to certainly be watched. So I think we just got to give him time to embed into the league and in the squad, and we'll see what happens from then.
Yeah, we certainly will. Calvin Phillips picked up a yellow card late on in this game, his 5th yellow card of the season. So he is now suspended for Leeds United's next Premier League match, which is against Brighton at Ellen Road on the 16th of January. A needless yellow card, really, and it's giving us more selection headaches now.
Yeah, that's the one frustrating bit about the game. When we're not coming back from 3-0 down. It was in added time, was it? Was the card given 89th in added time? It's a needless foul. They're not going anywhere. They might break down the line and try and do something. It's not stopping a certain goal. It's not an attack that's going to cause that much danger. They're going to win. It's frustrating. It was probably more out of frustration than anything from Calvin. It just gives us that, like you say, selection headache. Like Phillips is, we know as Leeds fans, the only man in the squad who can play his role as well as he does.
Yeah.
So to now have the headache of, I don't know whether Llorente will be fit enough to come back in, and then Pascal Struijk comes into Phillips's role. Click, I don't think thrives in Phillips's role as much as Phillips does. I don't think Shackleton is strong enough to play that role. So it's a massive advantage for Brighton, and Phillips won't be able to play against Ben White as well, which is a massive shame, to be honest.
Yeah. He's probably done it on purpose, doesn't he? Just so he doesn't have to play against his one of his best mates in football. But I think it's only against Brighton. You know what I mean? I mean, Brighton are a poor side, having a poor season. I think they're one of the teams that will go down this season. To be honest, I think it's not that bad. If he picked up his 5th yellow card, and he missed out on the Leicester game, say, then we're in trouble. But I think, Brighton, we may be able to cope without Phillips there. But we lack options at the moment. I think, because the game's on the 16th, so there's plenty of time for Llorente to come back, Liam Cooper to come back. We may have a lot more defensive options there. But, if you're looking at it right now, if Llorente is not back and Cooper's not back, then we are really struggling, to be honest, for the options there. Struijk can play there, but if Cooper and Llorente isn't back, then I think just put Click there maybe, and then play Shackleton further up, or put Dallas there. Dallas can play there. It seems like Dallas in midfield. So a selection headache, but it will be interesting to see what happens on the 16th. But 3-0 was the full-time score in this game. Was this a harsh scoreline for you?
I don't think we deserve to score. If I'm being brutally honest, we probably deserve to score 1 at max. We didn't have clear chances to score. I think 3 is harsh in terms of, like, I don't know, like, what other clear-cut chances for them can you name? Like, I'm trying to think. I think Kane and Ndombele had a couple of shots saved by Meslier at his near post, but apart from
Bergwijn
that,
had a good chance.
Yeah, no, he did actually. He skewed that shot wide. So 2-0 is probably a fairer result. I think it's not. They deserve to win. They deserve to win. I'm not saying we deserve a point or anything out of that. I think we were sort of drying up in front of goal. Didn't look like scoring. So in terms of them keeping a clean sheet and winning, I think it's fully deserved.
Yeah. There's no complaints on me, and it is what it is. It is what it is. It was a free hit, really. I went into the game not really expecting much. If we got a point, that's fantastic. So I think it was just a free hit, and losing against Spurs. What can you do? What can you do? I think it was expected, really. Spurs have a very expensive squad, very good players in there, and our players, our team money costs like around 50 or 60 million or so, nothing more than that. So it was expected, and what can you do? We just need to move on, really. But at the end of the day, Spurs were just more clinical than us. But their goals came at perfect time, and then Leeds just didn't take their chances when they came. Is the January transfer window is now open, Johnny? Do you think we need to invest?
Oh, it's a good question. I haven't actually thought about this yet, because you kind of forget we're in January. In terms of, I'd say we need to invest. It's annoying because when we have all our defenders fit, including, say, Berardi, we don't need anyone there. But if everyone still gets injured, we could potentially do with another centre-back or someone in that sense. I feel like someone else, I'd probably say someone else to fill the Phillips role, but he's there most of the season, and Pascal Struijk usually fits in there. I don't think in terms of a striker, you got Bamford, Rodrigo, it's Roberts as well. I think on the wings we've got quite a bit of depth. Maybe in that attacking midfield position, maybe if Pablo's not up to it and Rodrigo's still not finding his feet in that role, maybe that position. But I don't think there's anyone who deserves to come out of the starting 11. Maybe a goalkeeper if Casilla leaves in January. That could be an option. Not to say many needs to be replaced, but I can probably see Casilla going. Unless he plays next week against Crawley, I don't know. So I wouldn't say there's any people who need replacing. Maybe that attacking midfield position, but I think wingers we've got enough depth on. Harrison, Costa, Rafinha, other players that can play on the wing as well. So no, and I'm just happy with how we're playing at the moment. Like we're 11th in the table as it stands at the moment. I don't think we'll go down, touch wood. So I think we just got to enjoy the rest of the season. Maybe add a couple more signings, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to go down. We're 12 points above the relegation zone. I think, us being in the relegation battle is no more now. I think, I think the loss today kind of cements our place in mid-table, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I'd agree. I think we've now played all the top six or big six clubs, and we haven't won a game. Did we draw against City, Arsenal, and then we've lost to the other four? Yeah. So, I think it shows we're not up there with the big boys yet. We're not beating the likes of Leicester. We beat Villa and Everton, to be fair, but that mid-table bracket is kind of where we're at the moment. We've destroyed the likes of, well, obviously it was 4-3 against Fulham, but that was some brilliant performance against Fulham in the second game of the season. West Brom tore them apart in midweek. We should be all right against the teams below us. Around us, we can try and compete with a bit. But I think, we're a newly promoted side. I think the team have really ruined that stigma around the promoted teams are Wolves, who just came up with a fantastic squad and sort of blew everyone out of the water, and Sheffield United. But for a promoted squad, you just got to stay up, and that's exactly what I think we'll do. So yeah, everything's fine.
Yeah, everything is fine in my opinion. I do think it shows that if we do want to make that step, if Radvazan is serious about making us a top six club, then we do need investment. But I don't think that investment needs to come until the summer, really. I don't think we need to invest this month. January is a very hard month to do business anyway, and find good deals. If we can get really good deals in positions that we need, then yes, go for it. But it would be nice to get a midfielder in there, and maybe a left-sided left back and another defensive player or midfielder. It would be nice to have, but no, I don't think we need investment. I think we will be fine. We will be fine, in my opinion. Leeds still haven't won a game in London since December 2017. 3 years. Let's just forget about London. Can we just cut London off the map?
Yeah,
and never play there again.
Never. We should have taken advantage of when we were playing Millwall, like Charlton, like how we just couldn't be them. We're now the teams in London we're playing now: Tottenham, Arsenal, Chelsea, Palace is hard to go to. We've made it harder for ourselves by going up, trying to.
Yeah.
The one good thing is if we get relegated, we may win in London again. So if it comes May and we're down, it's not it's not all negative.
Yeah, let's just hope we get a crap team based in London in the FA Cup or something.
Yeah, that's true. Where's Crawley's not London, is it? No,
I don't think so. But no, the next game is of course Crawley Town away, third round of the FA Cup, next Sunday. You'd expect changes in that game, wouldn't you, Johnny? Really?
Yeah. I'd expect changes, but I want to take this competition seriously. Like, if we're all sort of agreeing that we're not going to get relegated and we're going to be sitting in mid-table, this is the competition for those kinds of teams who don't have aspirations of getting promoted, don't have to worry about relegation. It's Champions League and Europa League places. It's this kind of competition that I don't want to see us go out in the third round to Crawley. Like, who is it? Sutton we've had before, Newport before. The FA Cup and Cup competitions to us has been really poor recently. Yeah. So I'd expect changes. I'd like to see like Pablo play. I'd like to see potentially Llorente if he's fit. I think Casilla will probably start. I'm trying to think about the team who played in the Cup game against Hull at the beginning of the season. We obviously had like Barry Douglas, but he's gone. I think Poveda will play. Shackleton will probably play as well. I'm trying to think who else. A lot of the youngsters will get given a chance, and it'll be great to see the under 23s have been really, really good this season. We may see likes of Geldhart, Greenwood maybe in the matchday squad, someone like that. Yeah. So it could be a really enjoyable experience to watch these younger players sort of do their thing with the first team squad.
Yeah, it would be great. I'd love to see Sam Greenwood and Joe Geldhart in that team. I really, really would. So, are you wanting a cup run then? Do you want Bielsa take this competition seriously? I mean, he takes every competition seriously,
Yeah.
but would you like a cup run here?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think with the, potentially we could, if we go far and we get a nice draws, and other teams will be playing weaker teams as well. Who's to say that we can't be? Do they still do the semi-finals at Wembley, or is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. So who's to say we can't be at Wembley and maybe have some fans there as well? It would cap off a really good season if we could have a really strong cup run and finish solidly in mid-table. That would be a fantastic way to end the season. I think if we do go out on Saturday, then it's poor because I think Crawley, I think they're doing quite well in the league at the moment. But no disrespect to them, it's Leeds against Crawley. We're a Premier League side now. We should be winning this, and we should be taking the competition seriously, in my opinion. Yeah, I'd love a cup run.
Yeah, we should be beating these lot. They're in League Two for a reason. We're much better than them, and it would be nice to beat them and not be on the receiving end of a cup upset again, like we have been over recent years. Yeah, it would be nice for a cup win. I don't think we're going to go down, and I think it'll mean more time for the fringe players. So I think a cup win would be nice. But Crawley away next weekend, and then Leeds United return to Premier League action the week after on the 16th of January against Brighton at Ellen Road, and hopefully Leeds United can return to winning ways in the league then, but a 3-0 defeat away at Tottenham Hotspur for Leeds United today. Disappointing way to start the year, but we move on. What can we do? But we'll wrap it up there. Johnny, thank you very much for joining me. Where can people find you?
No worries, mate. The Twitter that's on the screen now, it's Johnny Chick 2 underscores. I know that 2 underscores is a pain. Also on YouTube as well. Johnny Chick as well. If you want to drop a subscription over there, that'd be great. Thanks for having me on, mate. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. And you do the Leeds TV podcast as well, don't you? The Leeds United podcast there. Yeah,
Bremner Square podcast on Leeds TV. We're going to be starting up again in the new year and sort of midway through January as well. So yeah, if you do want to check that out, that'd be great as well. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, make sure to go check out Johnny and the work that he does, and check out the All Things Leeds blog as well. Johnny's been doing a lot of good writing on there, so make sure you go check that out as well. And follow All Things Leeds on social media as well. We are on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Search All Things Leeds 1 on Twitter and Instagram. Search All Things Leeds on Facebook and on YouTube, and drop us a follow. Thank you to everyone who's joined this video, this live stream. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. You know what to do. And until next time, take care, stay healthy, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.